Hello everyone, welcome to my channel India Gate. This is Nandini Sharma and in this session we talk about parameter passing, which is very important topic with related C programming language. So come to the first question of this program, that is, in which of the case is it possible to obtain different result for call by reference and call by name parameter passing. So there are four options. Option A, passing an expression as a parameter. Option B, passing an array as a parameter. Option C, passing a pointer as a parameter. And option D, passing an array element as a parameter. So come to the solution of this question. So right answer is option D. Why? Because here passing an array element by call by name behave like call by value. Therefore there may be different result for call by reference and call by name parameter passing for passing an array element. Next question is indicating all the true statement for the following. So there are two statement A and B. So statement A say that a programming language not supporting either recursive or pointer type doesn't need the support of the dynamic memory allocation. And statement B, although C doesn't not need call by name parameter passing, the effect can be correctly simulated in C. So both statement is true. Now come to the next question. What is the printed by the print statement in the program P1? Assume call by reference parameter passing. So here P1 is given like that and code is here. The initial value of x is 10 and y equal to 3, and here calling the function 1 where parameter like y xx and print the value of x. Now come to the calling function parameter y, that is given like print function xyz. So here the calling parameter in the given P1 program, that is your yxx, means here x is pointing to y, that is equal to 3, and that is equal to 3, and y and z is pointing to x, that is equal to 10. Now here basis of the call by reference, the value of y is equal to y plus 4. Now we know that the value of y is equal to x, that is your 10. So 10 plus 4, it is going to be 14. So value of y is equal to 14. It means the value of z is also equal to the 14. So again the call by reference parameter. So we get here z equal to x plus y plus z, where x equal to 3. So 3 plus 14 plus 14 is equal to what? 31. Now the value of the x is going to be what? 31. And what is the value of the y? That is your value of y is going to be 3, because here it is representing only the x value. So option B is your correct answer. Now more clarification, we come to the solution of this question. So here solution is given at the initial points when we calling the function f1, though we get here y equal to 3, which is pointing to x, and x equal to 10 after the pointing of the y and z, and we get here y equal to y plus 4. So after solving this, we get here x equal to 14, as well as z is also pointing to x, so the value of z is also going to be 14. So after the calculating, we get here x equal to 31 and y equal to 3, which is your option B. So option B is your correct answer. Now come to the next question. The result written by the function under the value result and the reference parameter passing conventions. There are four options. Option A, do not differ. Option B, differ in the presence of loop. Option C, differ in all cases. Option D, may differ in the presence of exception. So come to the solution of this question. So solution is given like option A is correct. means call by value result and call by reference may be differ in the presence of aliasing, that is your loop. Is what is the aliasing? Aliasing is the sending the same parameter more than once, that is called your aliasing. Now option B is your correct answer. And come to the next question. Here giving this line of code like a void swap and giving the inter parameter like a and b, and here swapping the value like temp is equal to a is equal to b and b equal to 10 in order to exchange the value of two variable x and y. Then there are four options. Option A call swap x comma y, option B call swap x address of x and address of y, option C swap x y can't be used as doesn't return any value, and option D swap x comma y can't be used as the parameter as passing by value. So option D is your clarification. We come to the solution of this question. So solution of this question, we get here the line of code like a function is given like this, and we come to the program. So program is given like this. Here x equal to 1 and y equal to 2. So swap the value x and y, we get here print the value of a and print the value of y. If we can call swap x comma y, then there is no exchange in the value x and y because the parameters are passed by value. There is interchange in the former parameter a and b, but no interchange in the actual parameter x and y because the scope a and b is lies in the function but not a main function. So the value of x and y remain unchanged. If we will call it by reference, then the value of x and y will be exchanged as below. So below code is given like here. Here after the call by this reference, we get like this. So option D is your correct answer. Now come to the next question. Consider the following code written in the call by reference language like Fortran and this statement about the code. So here Fortran language is used like subroutine swap ix comma iy, and here I swapping the value it is equal to ix, and L1 is given like ix equal to y, and L2 is given like iy is equal to it, means swapping the values. And here and the value ai is equal to 3 and ib equal to 8. Now call swap I a comma ib plus 5, then print the value I in and ib. So there are four statement is given. First statement is the compiler will be generate code in the allocated temporary nameless cell initialized in it to 13 and the pass the address of the call to swap. And second statement is on the execution of the code will generate a runtime error on line 1. Statement here on the execution of code will generate a runtime error on line 2. Statement 4, the program will be executed and print 13 and 8. And statement 5, the program will print 13 and minus 2. Exactly the following set of the statements is correct. So there are four options. Option A S1 and S2, option B S1 and S4, and option C S3, and option D S1 and S5. Now come to the solution. Here giving the swap procedure, then we get here the value of IA is equal to 30 and the value of the IB is remaining 8. So we say that statement 1 and statement 4 is correct, means option B is your correct. Means in the statement S1 the compiler will be generate the code, allocate the temporary nameless cell, initialized it to 13 and pass the address of the cell to the swap, and here program will be printed AI is equal to 8 and IB equal to 8 and IA is equal to 30. Now come to the next question. Consider the program below in the hypothetical language which is allowed the global variable and a choice called by reference or called by value method of the parameter passing. Here initialize the value of int I as like your global variable. Now come to the program main. In there the value of j equal to 16 and I equal to 50. Call f I comma j and print the value of I and j. Now come to the procedure function x comma I y. So basis of procedure function x comma y, we get here I equal to 100 and x equal to 10 and y is equal to y plus I. So which one of the following option represent the correct output of the two parameter passing mechanism? So there are four option A, B, C and D. Basis of call by value and call by reference, what is the output of the I and J? So firstly we solve with the call by value. So come to this solution of the program. So here program is given like there I is globally initialized, but here the I j equal to 60 which is your local variable, and local variable is given the beginning of the any program, main program. So and here I is equal to 50 and after calling the function ij. Now here come to the value of I is initialized as 100 and x equal to 10 which is your value of the I and y equal to j. But here we need only the call by value. Call by value is needed to the only the value of I is going to be 100 and the value of j is going to be 60. Why? Because we need only the value, not the reference of the value. So here I is equal to 100 and j equal to 60 which is call by reference. We use only the referenced value. Here we get procedure function x and y. Here x equal to z, that is you represent your value of y, and here y equal to y plus I, that is your y. The value of y is what? That is your 60 and 60 plus 10 it is going to be 70. Then therefore we say that the value of x and the value of I is 10 and the value of the j is equal to 70. That is your option number D is correct. D is correct answer. Now come to the next question. What is the return value of f p comma p? If the value is p is initialized to 5 before the call, note that the first parameter is passed by reference whereas second parameter is passed by value. So here giving the function like int f int address of x comma int c. Here c is equal to c minus 1 and if c equal to 0 then it is returned 1, else here x equal to x plus 1 and return function x comma c into x. Then what is the value of the given program? So here four option A 3024, option B 6561, option C 55440 and option D 6105. Now come to the solution of this program. So program is given like that. Here f5 comma 5, because here the p the value is initialized to 5. Now after putting the values we get here x into 5, 6 into 4, and when we solving this expression f6 into 4 we get here x into f7 into 3, and after we solving this we get here f8 comma 4, and when we solving this we get here f9 comma 1, that is represent your 1. So the value of this expression is going to be 9. Then here the value of this expression is going to be 9 to power of 2, and there for the value of this expression is going to be 9 to power of 3 and 9 again. Last is your 9 to power of 4. Now here we can get when c equal to 1 and x equal to 9, so here x into x into x 4 times means x to power of 4 means 9 to power of 4, that is your 6561 means option B is your correct. Now come to the next question. What will be the output of the following pseudocode when parameters are passed by reference and dynamic scoping is assumed? Here a equal to 3 is given, which is your globally initialized, and here the void int x is given, where x equal to x into n, and then print the value of the x, and here a void m function is given containing the parameter y. Then here a is equal to 1 and y, again a equal to y minus a, and here calling the function n a and print the value of a. Now come to the main function. So main function is defined as here ma, which is calling to the function m with taking the parameter a. Now there are 4 options. Option A 6, 3, option B 6, 6, option C is 4, 2, and option D 4, 4. The solution of this problem here, a equal to 3, which is globally initialized. Now calling the main function, that is ma. So we know that the value of a is equal to 3. So here m3. Now we get here, so y inside the function of m3 we get the value y equal to 3. Now here the initialize the value of a equal to 1 in the first times. Now again a is going to be changed, like your a is equal to y minus a, that is your 3 minus 1, that is going to be what? That is 2. So this one is going to be cancelled and the value of a is going to be 2. Now again the value, calling the value n a, then here the value of the n a is equal to 2, that is represent your x equal to 2. Now when we calling and executing this is the line of code x equal to x into a, then here the value of x is equal to 4. So due to of this the value of a is cancelled to 2 and it becomes 4, which is represented here. Now basis of this we get here print the value of a, that is your 4, and at the last the print the value of 4 since the dynamically scoping is used. So take the value of inner variable of a. So the answer will be 4, 4, that is your option D. Now this session is end here. I hope you understand all the programs. If you have any queries, so please comment me. Thank you for watching.